The West Country accent. Famous all over the world with characters such as Vicky Pollard, Wurzel Gummidge, Terry the Odd Job Man, and of course, the West Country's very own boy band, the Wurzels. And I'm going to find out what the people of Bristol think about their very own accent.
Well, I think it's really friendly. It always sounds nice and welcoming. There's lots of phrases that people use. And a couple of years ago, I'd gone out on a Christmas meal and somebody I was with was Bristolian, and they actually got out of the car and goes, "Cheers, drive." And I've never heard anybody say that before, so that was brilliant.
His favourite phrase is "cider eye up landlord," which used to always make my dad laugh. So
It's all right on some people, and women actually it sounds worse on.
So in my first English lesson, when I was trying to work out what the class knew about Macbeth, this one boy put his hand up and said, "He's a good warrior, miss." And I had to actually get them to explain what "girt" meant.
When I first came to Bristol in 1979, I used to walk behind people and listen to them talking and think, "Oh, this is so lovely. I'm so glad I've come to Bristol."
In the news this week, a recent YouGov poll has found that the West Country accent is the 5th sexiest in the UK. Now I'm down here in Bristol, not just because it's convenient to get to, but also because I'd say the Bristolian accent is probably the most famous out of the West Country region. You know, we've got interesting phrases like,
"Where are you two? Girt lush. Babber. Cheers, drive."
Now someone's accent is said to determine how successful they're likely to be in life. So let's pitch it to you. With my Portishead-based accent, how successful do you reckon I'll be in life?
not very.
Yeah, that's quite rude, isn't it? Let's brush over that a bit. Now I'm going to head over and speak to some people, see whether they think the Bristolian accent is indeed sexy. Well, the West Country accent has just been ranked the 5th sexiest in the UK.
Right.
Look at that face. So what do you think now you've heard that?
Well, it's different. It's distinctive. I mean, I don't come from Bristol, and I've not been here very often.
So do you find it quite strange when you hear the accent, sort of when you're walking down the street and stuff?
Well, no, because I've heard it on the media and whatever, but it gets even broader when you go a bit further south.
Yeah.
And then that gets a bit really strange.
Would you call it sexy yourself then, or not?
It can be. George is supposed to be the sexiest, isn't it?
I wouldn't have thought it was sexy, but yeah, that's quite a surprise. I could have think of a lot of accents that are more sexy for me, but yeah.
It seems quite high up, 5th out of all the ones in the UK.
In this country? Or
in the UK, yeah.
Oh, in the UK, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, not like the Italian or the French.
Well, I think it's a very beautiful accent, indeed, but I think that it's a bit complicated just for the foreign people, just because we try to understand them and they don't speak slower, you know, and it's difficult for us, but I think with the time we can get used to it.
A bit more proud I'm a Bristolian.
Okay. And do you think the accent's quite sexy yourself? Would you rate it that highly?
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, what would you replace it with then, do you reckon, in the UK?
Maybe London?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just sort of...
Yeah, London, I would say.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about the Bristol accent.
But you must have heard it, being around Bristol. What do you think of it when you hear people sort of speaking?
It's wonderful.
You like
Absolutely wonderful.
I don't know if I'd call it sexy.
What would you call it? How would you define it?
It's definitely one of my favourite accents in the country. I don't know if... I don't know. Yeah, I can see that.
See that, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with that.
What about you?
Cool.
So, I don't know, yeah, I don't think I would call it sexy, but I don't know, people have different opinions, I guess.
So the Bristolian accent has just been ranked the 5th sexiest, so talk to me about it, yeah. Tell me what you're thinking, no? I'm going to keep following, so you can't get away. I'm keep going. You can fly off, but I'm going to, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's quite rude. I'm not coming down there, so fair play, you won that one. So that is what you guys out on the streets of Bristol think about the Bristolian accent. What about you all at home? Tweet us at MadeInBristolTV, #TheSource, and let us know your thoughts about the Bristolian accent. But now, I'm going to go out and see if it works myself. So I'm going to go and find myself a wife. Oh, there's one. All right, my lover, can I have your number? No, she's walked off. She's running off.